Many people choose the right city in Indonesia, whether Jakarta or elsewhere, yet their experience gets ruined and they return after a few months feeling lost and upset. The truth is, the reason isn't the country, but rather small practical mistakes that no one warned them about. Mistakes that seem simple but can cost peace of mind and money. The first and most famous mistake is the paper and pen calculation, where people come with an amount thinking it will last them comfortably for 3 months, only to suddenly find the money running out in 1.5 months. Why? Because they calculated rent and food, but forgot the setup expenses. For example, housing requires a security deposit that you pay, and renewing the visa takes a significant amount. As a foreigner who just arrived in the country, you will inevitably pay the ignorance tax. You will take the wrong transportation, get lost, and buy things at a higher price. You still don't understand the market, you still don't know where to get things from. If you're barely managing, it will be tough. The amount you have is barely enough. This could cause you a problem. That's why I say you should always account for 50% more than what you calculated for the first 2 months. The second mistake is rushing into housing. To save money, some people are happy to find cheap housing, but it's far away, so they end up spending what they saved on transportation. For example, you might live on the outskirts of the city and want to go to the city center frequently, and you find that the amount you saved here, you spend there. Plus, there's the traffic congestion, so you lose money and time. Very cheap housing, might have a bad internet, or the place could be noisy or lack services. So don't live in a very cheap place, live in a slightly more expensive but nearby and comfortable place at first until you find the best neighborhood and the best place to rent from. The repeated mistake always made by Arabs. Yeah, I know English and I'll manage. They know Indonesian. It's not important. I'll learn the language when I get there. When we say nera se masih berniki. And the truth is, this works only in Bali, because Bali is a tourist area and full of tourists. So you can speak with tourists in English, but when the faucet breaks and you call a plumber, you won't get a plumber who speaks English.
When it's raining, you just stop any taxi and get in, or take a microbus or tuk-tuk.
You wouldn't expect a tuk-tuk driver to speak English. The language in the country is a survival tool, not a luxury. It's essential to know it to live in the country. Otherwise, you'll always be the foreign stranger who, when someone talks to him, just smiles and nods without understanding what people are saying to him. And you won't be able to solve your problems on your own. You need someone to translate for you. You need someone, in simple terms, to take you by the hand. Come take me, come buy for me, come do for me, come translate for me, come show me. You won't be able to manage on your own. And then you find your circle of acquaintances shrinking. You don't talk to just anyone. You either talk to Arabs or Indonesians who barely know how to speak English or Arabic. And of course, this leads us to another very important point, which is dealing with people. The mistake takes two opposite forms. I find people who are afraid and completely shut themselves off, feeling isolated and depressed. They don't talk to anyone, don't know the language, and don't know how to speak to anyone. They go to the market to buy from a mall. They don't go to the market, they buy from a mall or from Indomaret. The price is written on the item. He takes the item, puts it in the basket, pays, and leaves quietly. At most, he says thank you and peace be upon you, nods his head, and has no social relationships with anyone. And he starts to fall into isolation and depression and becomes upset. And then there's someone who makes the same mistake, but in the opposite way. He becomes too open and trusts too quickly. Anyone who talks to him, someone he just met today, he likes, trusts, and believes them. They say, let's start a business. And he says, okay, let's go, and gives them his money without wanting any paperwork. And then he says, I got scammed.
This is wrong and that is wrong.
Indonesians are friendly people, but like anywhere in the world, you have to be cautious. You need to understand the culture. You must know what is considered wrong there, what they see as rudeness, and what they consider respect. You can't trust someone you just met today. You need to have known them for a long time to be able to judge them. The last point, which really kills enjoyment, is comparison. Our food is better. The weather in our country isn't like this. The system is strange. Why do they do it like that? No, their customs aren't good. You keep comparing Indonesia to your country. You'll never be comfortable. Your country in your mind is the best country in the world, and your customs are the best customs, and your language is the best language. That's natural. So don't compare. You're not traveling or migrating to another country to find a better country than yours. No, you won't find it because your heart and mind are already connected to your country. Comparison is unfair and hurts you and bothers you. You are traveling to experience. It means you are taking it as a new experience, so accept it fully with its flaws, its advantages, with everything. If you keep comparing, the experience will generally be heavy on you. So maybe don't travel, just stay in your country. Indonesia is a country where you can live a good life, or you might dislike it. Of course, the fault isn't with the country. It's your decisions and how you handle things that determine what will happen in the first 3 months. Take your time, don't rush. Give yourself a chance to get used to the country and be prepared to encounter new food. You won't find Arabic food. You'll encounter a new language. You won't find the Arabic language. You will encounter new customs. You won't find Middle Eastern customs. You need to be mentally prepared to encounter different things, accept them, live with them, take them as a package, or know within yourself that you are not ready to accept change. In that case, you will also be mentally prepared that no, I won't be able to live in this country.